In the headlines, more details are revealed about a weekend crash. 2 men are charged after police say one of them strolled the streets of Rocky Mount armed with a gun. And with the new law that will change the face of abortion in North Carolina, we speak to the executive director of the Pregnancy Care Center about how they will be affected. These stories and more coming up on NewsBreak starting now.
From WHIG-TV, this is NewsBreak 31. Now, here's Marie Torres.
Hello and thanks for watching WHIG-TV NewsBreak, your voice in the community. I'm Marie Torres. Police released a photo of the man who wrecked over the weekend while trying to escape from authorities. Saturday night, Rocky Mount police say 30-year-old Dietrich LaShawn Battle was on the run as police tried to serve him robbery warrants when he sped through Cobb Corners Shopping Center off Benvenue Road. Battle, who was driving a 2001 Honda, smashed into a Ford SUV in front of Lifeway Christian Store as the driver of that vehicle was attempting to turn left into the parking area. Thankfully, that driver, 31-year-old David Bossaman of South Carolina, did not require medical attention. Battle, however, was treated at Nash General Hospital before being sent to jail under a $16,000 bond. He now faces charges of common law robbery, felony speed to elude arrest, and driving while license revoked. 2 men are charged after police say one of them strolled the streets of Rocky Mount armed with a gun. Rocky Mount PD says that on Saturday night on the 100 block of Earl Street, they responded to a call that 58-year-old Wayne Charles Pierce was toting a rifle and had pointed it at an 18-year-old woman. Officers would later spot the alleged gunman on Falls Road. It's reported that as police were taking him into custody, 29-year-old Gregory Allen Pierce stepped in. Both men were charged and each received bonds of $600. Thankfully, no one was injured in this incident. In other news, our state has made the top 10, but it's on the worst list. The state earns the rank on the Natural Resources Defense Council's Toxic 20 for air pollution. Experts are saying a big reason the state is so high on the list is because most of our power plants burn coal. They also say that the state has made an effort in recent years to curb air pollution. Burning coal is still a dirty way to do business. It's reported that between 2003 and 2009, mercury emissions in the state were cut in half. And there's a new law changing how and when women can get abortions in the state. Recently, North Carolina's General Assembly overrode Governor Beverly Perdue's abortion bill veto, which enacts a law requiring a 24-hour waiting period, ultrasounds, fetal heartbeat observance, and counseling before a woman can get an abortion. As a community outreach organization for pregnant women in need, we spoke to Kay Gurganis, the executive director of the Pregnancy Care Center in Rocky Mount, to learn how the new law will affect their services.
Well, we are very excited to have this law passed in North Carolina. The law would require a woman to have an ultrasound at least 4 hours prior to getting an abortion. The Pregnancy Care Center has been doing ultrasounds since 2002, and of course we are eager to have those women call us. They can come in and get their ultrasound free of charge. Also, the law requires that they get accurate information about abortion risk and techniques, and also at the same time the risk of carrying the baby to term. So we are qualified to meet those requirements of the law, and when a young woman calls us, we are available to give her the accurate information and the emotional and spiritual support that will allow her to make the best decision for herself and for her baby. The clients experience a safe, confidential environment when they come to the Pregnancy Care Center. We do not make decisions for them. We're simply here to empower women to make an informed decision. With the right to choose comes the right to know. And so approximately 85 pregnancy care centers in the state of North Carolina. Not all of them do ultrasounds, but there are several that are doing the ultrasounds. And so we are just waiting for the Department of Health and Human Services to pass down the documents that we will need to fill out so that, everything will be done in proper order. But in no way will a woman be forced to do anything, that she does not want to do. For instance, yes, she does have to have the ultrasound, but if she prefers not to look at the screen, then that is fine. But the law does say that the sonographer will have to explain what is on the screen. One thing that I don't know whether this has really been brought out during the debate of this bill is that a woman needs to know whether or not her pregnancy is viable. Because if she is on the verge of miscarrying, it will save her the pain and expense of having an abortion. And it's also very important for her to know up front how far along she is, because there are different techniques of abortion depending on what stage of pregnancy she's in. And many times we have seen women come in here that think they are in the early stages of pregnancy and they're further along than they thought they were. And they would call for a whole different type of procedure. Plus, we can determine, not only can we determine how far along she is in the pregnancy, whether or not it's viable, but also if she's pregnant in her tubes, which is another, great concern too. So we have, like I said, been doing ultrasound since 2002, and I would say 85 to 90% of the women that came to us, abortion-minded or undecided about carrying this pregnancy to term, chose life once they saw the ultrasound. And so, we're not just throwing a lifeline out to a baby, but we're also empowering through nurturing the mother. We are nurturing her so that she can be empowered to nurture the child that she will be, carrying throughout life, not just during the pregnancy.
For more information or for soon-to-be parents or to learn more about the center's services, you can call them at 252-446-2273 or visit their website at www.pregnantneedanswers.com. We'll be following up on this story next week. When we return on Newsbreak, we'll be bringing you some helpful hints to beat the heat this summer. This story and more right after these words.
Limited time, every new Buick and GMC at Davenport Auto Park is being offered at the GM employee price. Combined with factory incentives, now you can drive out for up to $5,000 below dealer invoice amount. And that's not all. With Davenport's dealership for life, you can even get a free lifetime warranty. Plus free oil changes, rotations, and more for no extra charge. Employee price, rebates up to $5,000, free lifetime warranty. See if anybody beats that deal. But hurry, this offer ends soon, only at Davenport Auto Park in Rocky Mount. Still your dealership for life.
When it's happening to you, you'll hear from us. WHIG TV Newsbreak is reporting on the news, issues, and stories that matter to you. Call us at 252-885-1814. Email us at marie.whigtv@gmail.com or check us streaming live at whigtv.com. We're your voice, ready to bring you the news.
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We are filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The business center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Chavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
Welcome back to WHIG TV Newsbreak. I'm Marie Torres. Our area may be in the clear for now, but as many are heading back to school, here is something to keep in mind. The state's 2011 graduation rates are up, but the number of schools meeting state and federal performance measures has fallen. The latest data from the State Department of Public Instruction shows the graduation rate jumped to 77.7%, the highest four-year graduation rate ever reported in the state. The report also shows that only 81.4% of schools meet or exceed their academic growth standard, a decline from 88% in 2009-2010. 13 schools are considered low-performing schools. Those include 2 in Durham County and 6 in Halifax County. In other news, besides staying cool indoors and, of course, watching us today, here are some more ways to beat the heat this summer. You can alter your pattern of outdoor exercise and take advantage of cooler times like early morning or late evening. If you can't change the time of your workout, you can scale it down by doing fewer minutes walking instead of running or decreasing your level of exertion. Fill a spray bottle with water and keep it in the refrigerator for a quick, refreshing spray to your face after being outdoors. Try storing lotions or cosmetic toners in the refrigerator to use on hot, overtired feet. Instead of hot foods, try lighter summer eats, including frequent small meals or snacks containing cold fruit. And if you don't have air conditioning, arrange to spend at least part of your day in a shopping mall, public library, movie theater, or other public space that is cool. As you keep cool this summer, also remember to check in with relatives and neighbors who may be suffering in this heat. On the flip side, it almost seems to cancel itself out, but conserving water in this dry time may be easier than you think. Here are 3 solid tips to do that. Store drinking water in the refrigerator and don't let the tap run while you're waiting for cooler water to flow. Defrost food overnight in the refrigerator or use defrost settings on your microwave. If you have a well at home, listen to hear if its pump kicks on and off while water isn't being used, which is a possible sign of a leak. And water lawns in the early morning hours when temperatures and wind speeds are the lowest to reduce losses from evaporation. And speaking of conserving water, this week we'll be talking more about this topic and possible drought conditions in our region. Here's some of what we're working on.
One of our challenges has to do with our release rate, how much we have to send downriver from our reservoir every day. It's kind of like so far in July is our biggest water month, and I was just looking at the numbers, and so far we have pulled 40 million gallons out of the reservoir just about for the entire month of July, and we're releasing 45 million gallons a day.
As we go to break, check out these adorable pets that need loving homes.
limited time, every new Buick and GMC at Davenport Auto Park is being offered at the GM employee price. Combined with factory incentives, now you can drive out for up to $5,000 below dealer invoice amount. And that's not all. With Davenport's dealership for life, you can even get a free lifetime warranty. Plus free oil changes, rotations, and more for no extra charge. Employee price, rebates up to $5,000, free lifetime warranty. See if anybody beats that deal. But hurry, this offer ends soon, only at Davenport Auto Park in Rocky Mount. Still your dealership for life.
We're your news team bringing it home to you with meteorologist Fred Holdsworth, anchor Marie Torres, sports reporter Edward Green, and Matt Habit, our studio guy. WHIG TV Newsbreak, your voice in the community.
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We're filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The business center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Chavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
Thanks for staying with us. It's now time to take a look at our weekly weather with WHIG TV meteorologist Fred Holdsworth. Fred?
The heat will be with us today and into tomorrow, and then after that we will get back into some seasonal norms. Now, seasonal norm is around the 67 for a low and an 88 degree reading for the high. So hang on. Some relief is on the way, and that relief will be in the form of a cold front, actually two cold fronts that will be dropping down from the northwest. And high pressure will be pushing some cooler, drier air into our area for the next couple of days, and then by the weekend we'll see a better chance of rain. Let's take a look at our forecast map and we'll see what's going on for today. First of all, by late afternoon, the severe weather shifts down to towards the Gulf Coast from Mississippi all the way across Oklahoma, Arkansas, and the Texas Panhandle right in here. We also see a chance for some flash flooding from northwestern Alabama on up into extreme southeastern Kansas right in here. This would cover northern Arkansas and northern Mississippi. So these people right in here need to be on the lookout for severe thunderstorms today and the possibility of flash flooding. This is a high pressure system I mentioned currently over the northern plains that will drift down to Iowa, pushing a cold front ahead of it this afternoon. This will not be much, but it will give us a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm late this afternoon and into tonight. The secondary cold front pushing through will bring us some cooler temperatures in comparison with what we have been having, about 10 degrees cooler than what it has been over the last couple of days. This high pressure will be located over the state of Iowa, and the clockwise flow around it will bring some cooler temperatures into our area. Rain will be found from Canada all the way down into southern Illinois, right in here, and then back up through the Great Lakes. This area right here can expect some rain and thunderstorms later on today. The high pressure will push on down, and this will bring drier air into our area, crossing the mountains and then coming right down to the coast. And once this cold front gets out here and stalls, we might need to look at that closely and make sure we know what's developing on that frontal boundary, because a lot of times this time of year we'll see a tropical system spin up on the end of that cold front, so we'll keep an eye on that for you. As we go farther to the west, we'll see that this high pressure is giving a fairly pleasant day over the far western regions from the Four Corners westward. They're in their dry season now along the Pacific coast. Well, let's take a look now at our forecast. And for today, we'll see a hot day with a high of 98. A thunderstorm is possible this afternoon. They'll be few and far between, though, and not everyone will see one. Winds will be west at 8 miles per hour. Partly cloudy with a thunderstorm possible tonight, low of 70. And for Wednesday, sunny, continued hot with a high of 95, west wind at 6. Then for Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a low of 68. Winds will be calm, sunny on Thursday with a high of 88, north wind at 8 miles per hour. For Thursday night, partly cloudy, a low of 65. Sunny on Friday with a high of 88. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low of 67, and showers and thunderstorms return on Saturday with a high of 88 degrees. Our high yesterday, 95, our low this morning, 75, and the national extremes for yesterday, 112 degrees at Needles, California. The low was 30 degrees at Truckee, California. And the most rainfall reported by a National Weather Service station yesterday, 1.59 inches at Huntsville, Alabama. And that's a look at your Tri-County weather. Now back to you.
Thanks, Fred. That's going to do it for us here today on NewsBreak. Join us Thursday as we continue to bring you news that's impacting the community. For WHIG TV, I'm Marie Torres. We'll see you next time.